Welcome back to The Blurb on TV2. I'm Andrew Paulson, and it's time for Music in Motion, where we take a closer look at local bands and showcase their talents. This week's featured band has been together for 4 years, holds Back to the Future dear in their hearts, and released their most recent album, I Finally Invented Something That Works, in June of last year. So tonight, I'd like to welcome bass guitar player and songwriter Mike DiCarlo from Stiletto. So thanks, Mike, for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so first thing I want to clear up is, how'd you guys come up with the name Stiletto?
Probably 5 years ago, we had an old singer. Our original band just sort of died out. Got together with some of our other friends, and that just kind of is what we fell on. I don't know, it just sort of fell out of nowhere. Our old singer Todd named us that, and just decided to keep it.
Just stuck?
Made shirts. People knew it. It was easy.
All right, sounds cool. And I'd like to get a better understanding of kind of the dynamic that you've had with your band, because I looked up a little story online. There was an article in the Daily Kent Stater about some sort of origin in a strip club with you guys.
Yeah, a lot of the local bands that we're friends with around here we all knew each other for a long time, and this old club called the Orange Street out in North Hill in Akron used to be a really disgusting, broken down strip club, and like when this one guy we knew bought it, we all just sort of got together, fixed it up, and started playing shows in there for like about 3 years. Everyone got real comfortable, and it was real gross, but we turned into something we all really loved. So.
And how long has the group been together?
With this current lineup, 4 years.
Okay. And you've been the singer-songwriter this whole time?
Yeah.
Okay. Which leads me to my next question. On your most recent album, you kind of had a Back to the Future theme. What makes it so interesting? Are you just into Michael J. Fox, or is it the DeLoreans, or what is it?
It's all of those. Michael J. Fox is, to me at least, an inspirational person in every day. Really, he had this book. I can't remember what it's called. Always Looking Up. He's just a very optimistic kind of guy, and that trilogy was just a huge 3 movies for I think a lot of people our age when we were growing up. It just I don't know. They all had really good stories to tell each movie, so I just thought I should pay tribute to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for the next album, will we see another TV series or film that you'll base your album off of?
I hope so. Right now I'm trying to find the right one.
Okay.
Back to the Future was so easy. I could do something like Star Wars, but it's just not as important to me.
Okay.
So.
Well, if you did go with Star Wars, would you still have your same style of music, or would you go with like more techno, or I don't know?
Yeah, it would definitely. We always just sort of spit out what happens. We just sound like what we sound like.
Okay. And last week on this segment, I asked Rob Parr from Opera Vu about his inspirations. But what's some of the feedback that you've got from the audience about kind of the Back to the Future stuff?
I sometimes feel like people don't even know that I did that, but other people, my closer friends, like who have spoken to me about it, really like understand it, or I've explained it to them more thoroughly, like how I feel about it, and they see where it's coming from, and I guess appreciate that I went for it. It was a challenge for me, so I really like to do it. Okay.
And kind of also with your audience, what's it like kind of being, this local band in Northeast Ohio? What's the music scene been like? And if you had the opportunity, would you try to, take it further out of here?
All the people I've met here have been great. All the bands that I've met, Rob, everybody like Baby Bear, and there was Jeff's band, Sparrows and Arrows, now something else, Humble Music, I believe, but they're all just great people, awesome to play shows with, and even everybody we've met out of state have been really great people. But it's just so much more, I feel, responsible to be here, learning more, and not on the road spending the money.
Well, since you've been here in Cleveland area, have you been able to open up for like a real big band that you respect?
Last Friday when we played for open for Poly6 in Akron was probably one of the best moments I've gotten to do with these 5 people, for sure.
Awesome.
I really looked like I haven't seen Poly6 in 5 or 6 years, and the fact that they were coming back to America was just amazing that I had the opportunity to open for them.
Yeah, they're a pretty crazy Japanese band. But
yeah.
Speaking of that performance, we've actually got a video clip here of one of your songs called "Think McFly Think." So What's the song about?
This song was, this is actually how the trilogy started. I wanted to write a stalker song, kind of like how Sting did with Every Breath You Take.
Good song.
And by the time it was done, I was so creeped out about how it sounded, because some of the lyrics are kind of creepy. I wouldn't want that happening to me, and I realized it was a lot like George McFly, so that's how I went for it.
All right, cool. Well, thanks for coming on the show.
Anytime.
And again, you can check out Stiletto at myspace.com/Stiletto. So here's Think McFly Think.
Where have you been? I've been waiting to watch you roll.